Today we've got 3 power-packed developments surrounding our Bronx Bombers, all breaking just hours ago. If you're a die-hard Yankees supporter, trust me, you don't want to miss this. And before we dive in, a quick reminder. If you're new here, smash that like button and subscribe so you'll never be left out of the loop. Update 1, Yankees stumble in crucial showdown as familiar. Rival exploits, weaknesses. The New York Yankees endured a stinging setback in what many are calling their most pivotal clash against the Boston Red Sox in 4 years. The series opener at Yankee Stadium on Thursday night ended in disappointment, as Boston walked away with a 6-3 victory, derailing the Yankees' recent surge and striking at the heart of their momentum. This one cut deep, not simply because of the scoreline, but because the Yankees essentially sabotaged themselves. Jazz Chisholm Jr. admitted it bluntly. Tonight felt like one of those nights where we beat ourselves. The painful truth? Old vulnerabilities remain unresolved, especially when facing elite opposition. The Bronx Bombers had been riding high, taking 7 of their last 8 matchups. But those wins came at the expense of middling squads like the Twins, Cardinals, and Rays. Boston, however, is a different animal. With Thursday's triumph, the Red Sox have now conquered 6 of 7 against the Yankees this season. That makes Friday night's contest nothing short of monumental. If Boston wins again, they vault past New York for the top American League wildcard position. All eyes now turn to Max Fried, who has been laboring since late June due to blister issues. Over his last 8 outings, Fried has posted a bruising 6.80 ERA, with the Yankees going just 3-5 in those games. Manager Aaron Boone insists Fried's stuff is still strong, he just hasn't pieced it together. Well, there's no better night for him to silence the critics than against Boston. Thursday's game was messy from the start. Yankees pitchers issued 9 walks, while Red Sox hitters went 2 for 18 with runners in scoring position, until Roman Anthony's crushing 2-run blast in the 9th. Add in a defensive collapse, 4 errors in total, and the recipe for disaster was complete. Veteran slugger Paul Goldschmidt summarized it perfectly. We didn't play well enough to win. The Red Sox have made one more play, one more pitch, one more hit than us all year. Hopefully, we change that tonight. Louis Skill, making just his 4th start since returning from a lat strain, struggled with command, walking 5 over 5 innings, but limited the damage to a single earned run and left with a 3-2 lead. The bullpen, however, faltered. Newcomer Camilo Doval surrendered the tying run, his ERA inflating to a brutal 7.37 across 9 appearances in pinstripes. Control has been his kryptonite, issuing 7 walks in barely 7 innings. Aaron Boone summed it up simply, "This wasn't a clean game for us." And he's right. 3 errors in the second inning, including wild throws from Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Ben Rice, proved costly. The message is clear. The Yankees must tighten up immediately, and Friday night is their chance to flip the script. Update 2. Yankees stun baseball world with surprise signing. All-star arm joins the bullpen. In a move that blindsided fans and analysts alike, the Yankees bolstered their pitching arsenal by signing right-hander Paul Blackburn to a major league deal just days after the Mets released him. This pickup is fascinating. The Bombers are securing a former 2022 American League All-Star without draining resources. At 31, Blackburn still brings veteran savvy and upside, making this a classic low-risk, high-reward acquisition. His journey this season has been turbulent. He began on the injured list with right knee inflammation, debuted on June 2nd, and was dealt from Oakland to the Mets at the 2024 trade deadline. But his stint in Queens was rocky. A 1-5 record and a 6.00 ERA over 12 appearances, 9 of them starts. New York designated him for assignment on August 16th to clear space for prospect Nolan McLean, releasing him 3 days later. The Yankees, however, see untapped value. To accommodate Blackburn, the team optioned right-hander Alan Winans to AAA Scranton/Wilkes-Barre. With a career 4.96 ERA across 452 innings and 347 strikeouts, Blackburn brings a wealth of experience and a steady presence. He has already confirmed he expects to contribute out of the bullpen, exactly where New York needs reinforcements during this critical stretch. For Yankees fans, this is an intriguing gamble. With October dreams on the line, a rejuvenated Blackburn could become a difference maker.
Since the Mets cut ties with him, they remain financially responsible for the bulk of his contract. The Yankees, meanwhile, will only owe the prorated league minimum for the duration he's on the roster, with that amount deducted from the Mets' obligation. It's a shrewd financial maneuver that allows the Yankees to take a low-risk swing on a pitcher with a respected resume, who not long ago was a reliable arm. Though his stint with the Mets was rocky, his most recent outings actually hinted at a rebound. Roughly a month ago, while sidelined with a shoulder impingement, he made 4 rehab starts of 5 innings or more, never surrendering more than 2 earned runs. He followed that up with a 5-inning long relief appearance against Atlanta on August 13th, yielding just 2 earned runs. Signs suggest he may be rediscovering his rhythm. For Blackburn, this signing is a chance to reset, prove his worth, and contribute to a contender. And if his performance ends up fueling the Yankees' pursuit of a 2025 World Series crown, it will be an outright steal. Update 3: MLB and ESPN strike. Landmark deal, what it means for Yankees. Fans Major League Baseball and ESPN are on the cusp of finalizing a groundbreaking media agreement that could revolutionize how fans consume America's pastime, especially followers of the Bronx Bombers. This isn't a mere contract extension, it's a complete restructuring of their partnership. According to Andrew Marchand of The Athletic, the deal would hand ESPN the digital rights to distribute all out-of-market games, a package previously known as MLB.TV. For Yankees fans living outside New York who rely on MLB.TV, this could drastically alter your viewing experience. While details remain fluid, Marchand reports that existing MLB.TV subscribers may soon need to add an ESPN subscription, priced at $29.99 per month, on top of their current package. The upside is that MLB.TV's base cost might remain unchanged, or even decrease, but the extra ESPN fee would raise overall expenses. On the bright side, subscribers would also gain access to ESPN's vast content library beyond baseball, a possible win for fans with broader sports interests. This deal reflects a seismic shift in baseball's broadcasting landscape. With the collapse of the regional sports network model, 5 teams, the Diamondbacks, Guardians, Padres, Rockies, and Twins, have already lost their local TV agreements. Under this arrangement, ESPN would take over their in-market rights, while Yankees fans remain unaffected thanks to the stability of Yes Network. The move signals the league's new trajectory. Additionally, ESPN would receive rights to air an exclusive weekly showcase game, much like Sunday Night Baseball, but scheduled on a different evening. It's worth noting this pact is temporary. Commissioner Rob Manfred reportedly won't commit to anything beyond 2028, as MLB plans to auction off a far larger package of rights before the 2029 season. This business development also connects directly to on-field performance. Baseball is currently riding a wave of momentum, with attendance and TV ratings climbing, thanks in part to rule changes like the pitch clock. That surge in popularity is essential leverage for MLB's future negotiations. But a looming player, lockout expected after the 2026 season, threatens to derail progress by cancelling games in 2027 and damaging fan enthusiasm. It's a reminder that baseball's business and its product on the diamond are inseparably intertwined. The Yankees' success and the excitement they generate remain critical to the league's financial health and long-term broadcast strategy. That's all the news for today. Yankees Universe. Thanks for joining us here at New York Yankees News Network. If you enjoyed these updates, give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat on your Bronx Bombers. Until next time, let's go Yankees. Now, to be clear, this isn't a done deal yet. But here's why it might be a stroke of genius. With both Garrett Cole and Clark Schmidt sidelined after undergoing Tommy John surgery, New York's starting rotation is walking a tightrope. While Max Fried and Carlos Rodon have been nothing short of dominant, the depth behind them is shaky. And that's a dangerous gamble with October creeping closer. Enter Charlie Morton, a grizzled postseason gladiator who's popped champagne on the biggest stage with both the Astros and Braves. Sure, his full-season ERA of 5.58 and whip of 1.56 over 21 starts doesn't scream ace, but zoom in on the past 12 outings and you'll see a renaissance. 3.47 ERA, 64 strikeouts, and sharpened control. That's not just improvement. That's playoff momentum. Morton's age doesn't diminish his value. It enhances it. He brings wisdom, resilience, and unshakable postseason composure. He may not be the flashiest headline grabber, but he could very well become the quiet cornerstone of a championship run. And here's the spicy twist: a trade with division rival Baltimore. That's layered. Are the Orioles ready to fuel a Yankees title run in a down year? Or is this a fire sale the Bronx can exploit? One thing's for sure: if Brian Cashman pulls the trigger, Morton could be the stealth X-factor that rewrites our October narrative. Update 2. Bronx Power Play. Yankees enter the hunt for 36-homer monster Eugenio Suarez. The MLB trade deadline is white hot, and the Yankees have thrown their hat into yet another high-stakes power pursuit. This time it's not an arm, it's an offensive wrecking ball. Enter Eugenio Suarez, the Diamondbacks' thunderous third baseman who's been terrorizing National League pitching all year long. Here's what we know. The Arizona Diamondbacks are officially in sell mode, having already shipped off Josh Naylor to the Mariners. But make no mistake, Naylor was just the appetizer. Suarez is the main course. Let's break it down. Suarez owns a sizzling .252, .325, 593 slash line with a jaw-dropping 36 home runs on the season, including an inferno-hot 21 dingers since June across just 179 plate appearances. That's not just a hot streak. That's a Bronx Bombers level power surge. Yes, the Mariners are frontrunners, having already surrendered 2 top pitching prospects to Arizona. But don't sleep on the Yankees. Insider chatter confirms that over a dozen teams have expressed interest, and the Bombers are firmly in the mix. With DJ LeMahieu recently released and Oswaldo Peraza still developing, the hot corner remains a vulnerability. Plugging in a proven power bat like Suarez could be the difference between merely contending and dominating come October. This isn't a panic play. It's a calculated power move. Eugenio Suarez isn't just a temporary rental. He's a legitimate force of nature, capable of redefining the heart of our batting order. Imagine a lineup anchored by Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, and now Suarez. A trio that would suffocate opposing pitchers with unrelenting pressure. But what's standing in the way? Well, Arizona isn't giving away their prized slugger for scraps. The Diamondbacks have been scouring Double-A systems across the league, including our own, in pursuit of young, high-upside prospects to revitalize their roster. The question looming over the Bronx: are the Yankees prepared to part with the right combination of future stars to land this middle-of-the-order monster? And remember, we're not the only suitor circling. The Cubs, Reds, and even the Astros have shown serious interest. But here's the difference. We have the assets, we have the urgency, and we have the championship vision. The Yankees aren't just chasing a playoff berth. They're eyeing a World Series crown. Just picture it. A roaring October crowd in Yankee Stadium. The lights blinding, the stakes sky high. And Suarez stepping into the box with the season on the line. That's not just a dream. That's a move away from becoming reality. And if Brian Cashman plays his cards right, Suarez might be the sleeper weapon who sparks another Yankees dynasty run. Update 3. Austin Wells delivers off-field masterclass. A heroic reset for the soul of Yankees baseball. In a world consumed by statistics, trades, and standings, baseball's true heartbeat sometimes gets buried. But every once in a while, a moment emerges that reminds us why this game still stirs the soul. And today, that moment belongs to Austin Wells, the Yankees' rising catcher, and now, a quiet off-field hero on what was technically a rest day. After a grueling series in Toronto, Wells chose inspiration over relaxation. Rather than unplug, he hosted a surprise youth baseball clinic at Fordham University, welcoming 1st through 8th graders for a day filled with laughter, fundamentals, and pure joy. This is a great reset, Wells shared. Helping out, around here having fun. It reminds you what this game's really about. Enter Wells. Not just catching pitches, but catching the moment. His actions off the field reflect exactly what the Yankees need most. A return to discipline, heart, and clarity of purpose. By rolling up his sleeves and teaching kids how to field, swing, and fall in love with the game, Wells wasn't just giving back. He was making a statement, a reminder to the team and the fans that sometimes the path forward is found by returning to the basics. Wells reminisced about his own childhood in Las Vegas, where college athletes at UNLV once took the time to mentor him. Even back then, I thought it was cool, he said, getting to do drills with college players. Stuff like this sticks with you. Maybe that same advice he gave the kids. Have fun. Don't lose yourself in the grind is exactly what this Yankees squad needs right now. The takeaway: a Bronx at the brink, ready for redemption? And there you have it, Yankees Nation. 3 monumental updates, each carving a different angle of the Bronx Bombers' evolving identity. Thank you guys, see you next video.